Good morning and welcome Friday, April 17th, 2026. This is the Great Falls Daily Connection, the show that lets you, as a Great Falls resident, know exactly what's been going on, what you need to know, and what's coming up for the weekend and in the future to live Great Falls' best life and be informed. Brought to you by Harmony in the Falls Yoga Studio and iRockMontana.com, along with Keller Talent Productions. And we got a big weekend going on with the Shrine Circus, and we've got the State Fair lineup. So let's get into what we need to know. First of all, today is Friday, April 17th, 2026. It's International Bat Appreciation Day. Now, if there are no bats, imagine how boring baseball could be. It's National Cheese Ball Day. It's a day to celebrate the cheese ball. The snack, that is. Not the description of your show's sense of humor. And it's National Crawfish Day. Bite-sized lobsters. I like them. Well, let's get into what we got going on for today. Let's check in with our forecast and what's going on for the weekend. As you can see right now, we have 19 degrees in Great Falls, but that's going to change. We have a 40% chance of snow for tonight, and or rather this afternoon, and our low tonight, 26 degrees and clouds. Tomorrow, 60 degrees and sunny. It'll be great. Sunday, high of 70 and sunny. Monday, 75. Tuesday, 80 and sunshine. Thought you'd like to know all about that. Well, here's our iRockMontana.com friends over here. You can listen to the radio station, and if you're looking for quality entertainment for your event, your reception, your bar, your party, stop on by iRockMontana.com and let them arrange the entertainment for you. They have talent, specialty acts, delivering peace of mind for busy venue owners, managers, and event planners. You can listen right now. And the fundraiser for Joe Thomas, Friday, May 8th, over at the Beacon Ice House. I'll be a part of that, along with Double G Engraving and Harmony in the Falls Yoga Studio and Associated Brokers. Live music, dancing, door prizes, helping out Joe, who's had some serious health issues over the years. Harmony in the Falls Yoga Studio. If you can breathe, you can do yoga. It is affordable, accessible yoga to Great Falls, supporting this whole community. And we are expanding at Harmony in the Falls Yoga Studio. We had a party yesterday, and some people came in and gave away some really nice things. Harmony in the Falls Yoga Studio in the 2J's complex. Now, we have a lot of things going on here with our striping. Montana Department of Transportation is launching its mobile road striping program all over the state. Now, for us in Great Falls, we can expect to see crews on local highways starting this coming week. Maintenance teams are applying high durability paint and glass beads, improving night and wet weather visibility. So that's a good thing. We're warned to stay back at least 500 feet to avoid paint spray. You don't want that on your vehicle. And you should never cross a fresh line or pass a striping truck. If you do get paint on your vehicle, they say wash it off immediately at a high-pressure car wash before it cures. All right? And you don't want the cure. After all, that's an 80s band. You don't want that on your vehicle. Great Falls Zoning Board of Adjustment has blocked a proposed expansion for a local drug rehab facility that was a narrow 3-2 vote. The decision halts plans for the center to increase its bed capacity and adding new outpatient services in its current neighborhood. Residents voiced concerns over traffic and safety during the public hearing. Facility advocates argue the expansion is critical to addressing the city's growing addiction crisis. Board members in the majority cited inconsistencies with current neighborhood zoning regulations as the primary reason for the denial. The city now has 30 days to appeal the ruling to the City Commission. Well, the Montana State Fair lineup has been revealed. Here it is. All right. This is a powerhouse roster starting July 25th. Icon's Third Eye Blind in Kansas. And then country artist Ian Munsick on Monday. Comedy from John Chris on Tuesday. All shows will kick off at 7:30 at the Pacific Steel and Recycling Arena. Beyond the stage, the PRCA Rodeo Big Sky Pro Rodeo takes over from July 29th through August 1st, featuring theme nights like Patriot Night and Tough Enough to Wear Pink. The Mighty Thomas Carnival coming back, live horse racing, and nearly 100 vendors return for the full 9-day run, and early bird gate passes are available now at the Montana Expo Park website. That's good news for us. By the way, we do have the city Great Falls alerting us to upcoming traffic disruptions on River Drive North. Construction begins on a new parking lot for the Pacific Steel and Recycling Dog Park. Starting Monday, crews will reduce traffic to a single lane between 15th Street North and 25th Street North. So that allows heavy equipment access and paving. And, of course, I use the dog park a lot because I have a dog. If I didn't have a dog, that would be weird. But commuters should expect significant delays during the morning and evening rush hours. You're encouraged to use 9th Avenue North as an alternate route, and work on the dedicated parking area is expected to last 2 weeks, aimed at removing vehicles from the narrow shoulder and improving safety for park users and through traffic. Good news for all of us. Thank you for being here on the Great Falls Daily Connection. Let's figure out what's going on for this weekend, and I don't have I'm trying this just a list of all the things that are going on instead of instead of all the things I was doing with generating 50 slides for a show is a little much. So let's talk about what's going on for this weekend. We do have a great weekend. A UP Argos softball going on today versus Mayville State. Now, this is the UP Senior Weekend. It'll be at Lady Argo Field this afternoon at 2 and 4. The University of Providence Hammer Showcase Track and Field at 2. Baseball, CMR versus Gallatin. The doubleheader starts at 3 o'clock today. Then this afternoon, the Shrine Circus at 4 and 7:30 at the Pacific Steel and Recycling Arena. The Cabin Fever Show at 5 o'clock till 10 at the Montana Expo Park Exhibition Hall. Cross Campus Storytelling Symposium tonight from 6 till 8 at Heritage Hall. Electric Pro Basketball versus Tri-City Sun Devils tonight at St. Patrick's Academy in the Heisey Community Spotlight Night. The Waiting, Tom Petty Tribute Band is at the Newberry 7:30 tonight. For live music, most of this is absolutely free at the Do Bar Jack Wilhite at 9. At the Sip and Dip in Great Falls, Joel Corda. The Joe Ryan concert starts at 6 at the halftime. Allegedly Red will play tonight at the Frontier Inn starting at 8. The Celtic Cowboy has Chuck Fulcher at 7. The Flamingo has Copperhead Ridge at 9. And the Beacon Ice House has the Alcagene Jam Band starting at 7 o'clock. Now for tomorrow, here are some of most of the activities. There's a couple I did miss, but they were very minor ones and private events. So if you're going, you're already going to that event. But the Golden Steer and Heifer Show is at the Livestock Pavilion, 9 till 4 tomorrow. If you have kids who would like to see that, that's your ticket right there. That's the ticket. The Cabin Fever Car Show, Montana Expo Park, starts at 10 tomorrow. CMR versus Glacier, Flathead versus Great Falls High versus Flathead and Glacier. All the tennis activities going on tomorrow starting at 12 noon. I keep remembering it's tomorrow. Baseball, Great Falls High versus Bozeman. UP Argos softball versus Mayville State. That's tomorrow, 12 o'clock and 2 p.m. The Shrine Circus, 11 a.m., 3 p.m., 7 p.m., Pacific Steel and Recycling Arena. Pro Basketball versus Tri-City Sun Devils. That's tomorrow. Ian Passmore, Echoes of Resilience at the Mansfield Theater. That's tomorrow at 7:30. At the Newberry, Bohemian Queen. Doors open at 6. And the library events tomorrow, including the Silent Book Club at Luna Coffee. And Rena McCarty will have an author talk at 4:30. Sunday, the Mermaid Brunch at the Sip and Div at 10. We have the Great Falls Electric Basketball Clinic Sunday at the Heisey Youth Center. The Making of Life on Our Planet with Dan Tapster. Sunday night at the Newberry starts at 7:30. We also have our Cowboy and Wild Bunch shooting at the Great Falls Shooting Complex. And Sunday, no, forget about that. That's all that was Saturday. By the way, Willie Puffett playing at Great Northern Dispensary at 3 p.m. Did you see that? That's Saturday. So let's look ahead to Monday at the Heidelberg Plant Bingo and River Drive North reduced to a single lane for dog park parking lot work. So I've got that in there for you so you know that. Monday. Tuesday, we have Great Falls Public School Softball. Great Falls High versus Helena High. And CMR versus Capital. That's Tuesday at 3 p.m. Plus, we have softball versus Carroll College. Eugene Ballet coming up Tuesday for the Sleeping Beauty, 7 o'clock at the Mansfield Theater. And the Librarians at the Library, the spring documentary series at 6 p.m. Wednesday is our Great Falls Hiring Fair. This is important at the Montana Expo Park Exhibition Hall, 11 till 6. If you're looking, if you're searching, that's your day. The Great Falls Public Schools Education and Education Excellence in Education Awards are 5:30 at CMR High School Auxiliary Gym Wednesday. Thursday, we have tennis coming up, baseball, and books and babies. Arbor Day is coming up next Friday with the Great Falls Auto Swap Meet, Montana Gun Show, and more track. Then for Saturday, next Saturday, look at all these activities, including the Great Falls Dress Pop-Up Sale at the Family Living Center and Nerf Wars Teen Night. That'll be next Saturday. Sunday, the 46th Annual Icebreaker Road Race on the 26th, the Montana Gun Show, and the Sunday Jazz Brunch. And then looking ahead to Monday, April 27th, our regular school board meeting. We have more tennis, Russell Book Club, and baseball. Mariah Gladstone coming up on Tuesday, April 28th. Taste of Indigenous Food at the Great Falls Public Library. All right, Thursday, we have crosstown concerts at Concert Cameron Marlowe at the Newberry and all these sports activities. Friday, May 1st, Electric Pro Basketball versus Tri-Cities and Great Falls baseball. That's a heck of a list, don't you think? That's a lot of stuff we have going on right here in the Great Falls area, and that's just a couple weeks, honestly. So, if anybody says there's nothing to do in Great Falls, they're weird. That's all I could say. So, what's going on for the rest of the world here? Here's some of the stories you may have missed. The Pentagon has been quietly asking U.S. automakers to scale back production of cars and trucks and begin making weapon systems. There's nothing like a missile with that new car smell. Former NBC nightly news anchor Brian Williams is coming back. He announced a new podcast on Netflix. That is, if he's not completely making the whole thing up. The anxiety medication Xanax is being pulled off store shelves by the FDA. Dosage concerns. The dosage concern is this: with the levels of anxiety everyone's feeling, none of the pills are strong enough. There's a new book about Robert Kennedy Jr. Claims he once pulled over to the side of the road and cut the penis off a dead raccoon in order to study it later. If you're keeping score, there's two little pricks to that story. So that's today's Great Falls Daily Connection. I'm keeping you connected to the town because I want to be connected to the town, and everybody should be. By the way, there's a lot of events. You can go to kgpr.org/electron if you want to see some of the events. I hope you enjoyed today's show, and thank you very much. Of course, you can watch this show live at the 7 o'clock hour and watch it anytime after that. Brought to you by Harmony in the Falls Yoga Studio at iRockMontana.com. Now, Harmony in the Falls Yoga Studio is expanding with Reiki and many more activities. and iRockMontana.com. If you're a talent venue owner looking for the right talent, you go to iRockMontana.com. And Steve Keller, your MC and DJ for live performances and especially for wedding receptions at KellerTainment.com. I'll be back Monday with a new Great Falls Daily Connection show. And until now and then, if I don't see you, I'll see you.